Hey everyone! I know it's been a while. I just didn't really have a whole lot of time for vlogging while I was on the road, but I'm back now, and now I plan on getting back to my once a week vlogs. So today I'm going to do the Rainbow Spines tag. I wasn't tagged by anyone like normal, but tags are kind of fun to do, and I like to do them. So here we go. For Red, I picked this awesome edition of Les Miserables. I haven't read this book. I plan to one day. I really loved the musical movie. I really want to see it live one day. I do really want to read the book at some point. It's just super long. It's like 908 pages. So one of these days I'm gonna get around to reading this book, but it's cool. It's a cool cover, and I like it a lot. For Orange, I have this gorgeous edition of Little Women. I also haven't read this, but I plan to read it pretty soon because I've been wanting to read it for a long time now. This edition is so cool. It's kind of got like a rubbery texture all around, and it's got like a word bubble on the cover of like different things that have to do with the book, and it's just so cool. Like the whole thing is just so cool. All the covers rubbery, and even the spine, and it's awesome. It's got a quote on the back instead of a description of the book. I just really love this edition. I want to try and find more classic books that have this kind of cover on it because I just think this is so cool. For Yellow, I have The Beginning of Everything by Robin Schneider. I talked about this book in a previous video. It's one of the ones that I've read this year. It's such a cute cover. Like, I love all of it. All of this. It's so bright and fun, and it really stands out in a bookstore. I liked this book. It wasn't one of my favorite books in the world. The main reason I read it is because Robin Schneider is a YouTuber and someone I watch. I didn't actually know she was an author until she mentioned in one of her videos that this book was coming out. I did like it though, and I would recommend it. You shouldn't have a hard time finding it whenever you go into a store if you're looking for it. For Green, I have this gorgeous edition of The Wizard of Oz. I have like 4 editions of this book. I watched the movie every day when I was a little girl, and for some reason I just have not read this book, and I feel so guilty about that. I don't know why I haven't read it. I've never gotten around to it, but this is probably my favorite edition that I have. It's got this really cute artwork on the front, and then the spine is all green and gold, and the pages are even gold. It's so pretty, and I really love the way this book looks. One of these days I'm gonna read it. One of these days I'm gonna read this book. For Blue, I have Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. The last book in the Hunger Games series. This is the one where part 1 of the movie is coming out this year in November, so I plan on rereading this at some point in the next few months. A lot of people didn't really like Mockingjay, but honestly I thought it was great. I mean, I'm not super happy about some of the things that happened in it, but overall the book itself I thought was good. I really love the color blue that they chose for the cover, and of course the spine has with the arrow going through it like on all the other books. So you're gonna give this another reread this year and watch part 1 of the movie. I don't really think they needed to make 2 parts of that movie, but that's meant for a whole other rant. For Indigo, I chose Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. It's kind of got like an indigo-y color on the side. One of the 2 blues is kind of an indigo color, I think. I don't know. This is the 5th book in the Harry Potter series, and I really liked this one in particular. For some reason, I think this is the only Harry Potter book I've only read once, but I'm actually in the process of rereading them right now. I'm on the Chamber of Secrets, so I will get to this one eventually. I think this is the biggest Harry Potter book of the 7. Yeah, it's 870 pages. I was kind of disappointed in the movie because it wasn't very accurate to the book, a lot of the book anyway. But still, not the worst movie they made, I don't think. But anyway, Harry Potter is my favorite book series, so obviously I love this book. And if you haven't read Harry Potter, what's wrong with you? And then for Violet, I chose The Return of the King. It's got like this purple violet spine, and confession, I have not actually read any of the Lord of the Rings books or The Hobbit or anything like that. I'm planning on reading The Hobbit before the last movie comes out, and then maybe that will inspire me to read the other Lord of the Rings books. I never read them, and I don't know why. I have all of them, but I've never read them. Somebody bought me the movie versions of the books, which I don't normally like movie versions of books on the cover, but whatever. I mean, the people in the movie are awesome, so I guess it's okay. One of these days I'm going to read these books. So that was my Rainbow Spines tag. I'm going to tag my fellow Geekly 3.0 members, Chrissy and Izetta, to do this at some point, whether on that channel or some other channel or somewhere. Y'all are being tagged, and I'm gonna put these down before I drop them. And yeah, I'm gonna make a couple more videos, so that way I can have plenty to upload, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.